Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dan here, otherwise known as TPMR Noob, and welcome to my first ever video. Well, I was kind of considering if I should do a let's play first, but I decided, you know what, nah, I'm gonna do a guitar video to start it off. So recently I've gotten into Bosnian music, and one band or group in particular that I like listening to is Divlje Jagode. So I thought, you know what, I haven't seen many guitar lessons on YouTube. I've seen a few covers, haven't seen guitar lessons. So I decided, why not just do a guitar lesson on one of my favorite songs of theirs, which is Jedina, Moja. So without further ado, let's get right into the lesson. So you want to start off with this little kind of chord progression that goes on in the beginning here. It sounds something like this. So that's fairly simple. All you gotta do is just keep your finger at the first fret on the D string, second fret on the D string, and then you play D, G, E, B. Okay, so D, G, E, B, and then you move this kind of chord up 2 frets and hold a power, or like kind of a reverse power chord. You hold the 4th fret on the D string and the 2nd fret on the G string, and do the same picking pattern. And then you move up your pinky 1 fret and your kind of ring finger 2 frets. So you hold the 5th fret on the D and the 4th on the G, and again the same pattern. And then you hold the 1st shape, 7th on the D, 5th on the G, and then repeat the pattern. And repeat. Now you can play that palm muted. I like to do it, but you don't have to. It's really just what you think sounds the best. So when you hear the song, you hear a chord going into this section right here, and that chord is just an E barré chord in the shape of an A minor. So you play a bar on the 7th fret from the A to the high E string, then you play a 9th fret on the D and G string, then you play 8th fret on the B string. So you play this chord, and then you go into. So what you have so far is. Oops, my mistake. No, you play this. And you only play this chord the first time around. Another chord that goes underneath this one is this just kind of little triad chord, like just the 12th fret on the G, B, and high E string. So you play this one and this one together. This song usually goes with 2 guitars. Now underneath this section right here, you hear another section that goes something like this. Now that's just 15 on the high E string to open B string, to 12 on the high E string, and again the B string. Then you move this entire kind of shape 1 fret down, and you play 14 B, 11 B, and then back up 15 B, 12 B, and then you play this again reverse power chord, but this time on the high E string and the B string. So you play 10 on the B string and 8 on the high E string. and then you play 8 on the B string and 7 on the high E string. And then you play 7 on the B string and 5 on the high E string. And then repeat. Now, once you're done with this entire section, that leads us into the kind of intro solo. And before I go into that, I want to show you like roughly what the chords underneath it are. I believe he only plays piano during the intro solo. I don't think there's actually any guitar there, but I've tried as best as I could to translate the chord. And it goes a E minor, and then A minor, and then D major, and then E minor again. And then you just repeat that one more time. So the intro solo sounds like this. So what you want to do to play this solo is you just go slide into the 9th fret on the G string, then play 8, 10, and then bend the 10th fret on the B string. And then release the bend and bend it quickly up again. And then you want to release the bend, pull off to the 8th fret, and then hammer onto the 10th fret. And then just vibrate. And then you go the second section of the solo, you slide in to the 7th fret on the G string, and then you want to play the 7th fret on the B, hammer, or not necessarily hammer, but just play the 8th fret on the B string. Then you do the same bend and release section, hammer off, pull off, hammer on again, and then just vibrate. Then you repeat the first section. If you want to, you can add the 10th fret at the high E string just for a little bit extra spice to the tone. And then it's the last part of the solo. It goes something like this. So again, you slide into the 7th fret at the G string, then you play 10, 8, 7 at the B string, and then you just want to do a trill between 7 and 8. Then you play 7 on the G string, 7 on the B string, and then bend the 7 at the G string. Now, under the first part of the, I suppose it's the first verse, you just play the same chords as the intro solo. So it's E minor, A minor, D major, E minor, and repeat that twice. So basically you repeat this chord progression 4 times in a row. 2 times during the solo, 2 times during the verse. Now again, for the next section of the song, it's the pre-chorus. And again, I don't think they use guitars here. I think it's just piano. But the basic chord progression, if you want to play it on guitar, is simple. You play A minor, C, and then E minor. So yeah, A minor, C, E minor. Then you want to play D, C, and G. Then repeat the first section, A minor, C, E minor. Then the last section right here goes okay, yeah, so it goes C, D, and E minor. So C, D, E minor. And then you just kind of play these chords a few times, build suspense, and then that takes you into the chorus, which goes something like this. So yeah, that's a pretty nice chord progression. Simple but effective. So what you want to do is you want to start up with the G chord. Play this a few times. You kind of need to hear how many times he plays the chords in the song. It's not really just a specific number. You just kind of listen and try to replicate. So it's G, then A minor, to D, to E minor. An easy way to kind of remember this chord progression is just try to remember major, minor, major, minor. That's kind of the way he plays it. And then after this kind of chorus part, you go into the part where it just says A. Now that part is just A minor, and D major. Now that's pretty much the entire song, chord progression wise. And then that takes us into the final section of the song, which is the solo. And it's one of my personal favorites. It's an amazing solo, at least for a ballad, and I think it's definitely worth learning. So I'm going to play through the first section of the solo and then teach it too. So here we go. So this section starts off with you playing 12 on the G string, then bend the 15th fret at the B string. So then you wanna kind of do a pre-bend at the 14th fret on the G string, then pull up to 12 on the G string, and then 14 on the D string. So then you kind of want to hold a bar at the 12th fret of the D, G, and B string, and then play 13 and kind of pull off and hammer on a few times. So on the B string. Then you kind of do this like little shape pattern here. And then you pull off, or hammer on rather, from 12 to 14 on the G string. So yeah, then you want to do a pre-bend at the 14th fret on the G string, pull off 12, then play 11 and quickly hammer onto 12 on the G string. Then you want to do a trill, and then play 12 on the D string, 11 on the G string, and bend or like slide to 14 on the D string. Now the next section sounds like this. So again, you start off by playing 12 at the B string and 15 at the high E string. So you started off 12, 15 with the previous one, and now you play the same 12, 15, just one fret lower. Sorry, not fret, one string lower. Then you want to do a pre-bend at the 14th fret, pull off to 12 on the high E string, and then play 13 on the B string. Then you want to hold that bar again across 12 on the D, G, and B string. Play 13 and bend it at the B string. Then pull off to 12, play the bar again, and then just play 13. Don't bend it. You can vibrate it, but don't bend it. And then you want to play 12, 14, 12, 14 on the G string, and then 12 on the B string. Then 14, 12 on the G string, 11, 12, 14 on the G string. And then you want to do a hammer-on pull-off at 11 and 12 on the G string, then slide up to 14, slide from 12 to 14 at the D string again. Now, the last section of the song is repeated twice, and it sounds like this. So yeah, you want to play that twice, like twice right after each other. So yeah, this just starts off with a hammer-on from 12 to 14 on the D string. 12, 12, 10, 8, 9, 8 on the D string. And then you want to play 12, 14 again on the D string, and then 12, 14 bend, pull off, and then 14 on the A string. Then we'll play 14, 15, 17, and then repeat the phrase just quicker. So then you want to play 15, 14, and 15. Then hammer on from 14 to 15 and pull off. Then you want to play 10 and slide down to 7. So slide up to 9, slide up to 10, slide down to 9, and then bend 5 up to 7. So bend the that would be a D note up to an E. So yeah, this section sounds like this. So I'll play through the entire solo one more time, and you can hear how it sounds. So yeah, that's the entire song. I hope you can put the song to use, because it's truly an amazing song to play. And if you're in love with someone, maybe play this to them and they'll fall for you. But yeah, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing. I'm trying to get subscribers, you know, I'm trying to make it out here on YouTube. And yeah, peace out.